EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Carolina Panthers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The mic. 51's the mic.
Watch the silent. 64. Weak.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on second down. Yates. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
To throw on second down. Yates, the Panther rush, too strong. They get there and take him down. Von Miller in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001.
Jim. Check three.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on third and long. Yates. He's got Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Giants.
On the ready.
52. And we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet.
On first down, this is Geis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Got it.
51, Mike, 51. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Wide, get wide. Show it up.
Looking to throw on second down. Yates. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Switch. Back.
Operating from the gun. Yates. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now a give, right side. Gilmore. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Hit it.
From the gun, Yates. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You one. Mike's 50, Mike.
Following the interception here, Mariota. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
15, check Mike 15. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. Yo, Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the crew. Scene 6. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Where they good?
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Nice 7, let's go.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Where are they, team? 50. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Mike 50, Mike 50. Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Mike 50. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Mike's 50.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, it's Geis, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Yates, he finds his target. It's Evans. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run with Geis. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff, Geis going right. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check nickel, nickel.
Any weapons?
Kill.
Now a give, right side. Gilmore. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
You ain't going nowhere. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Switch! Switch!
One.
Throwing is Mariota, and he can't get away. Mariota goes down, and that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They start on the ground with Geis, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. This is caught by Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
That's good for the Panthers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
My 50, my 50.
Bring it.
My 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second and long. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
I can't believe they even let you play. Mike 50, Mike 50. Here I come. Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Hey, here we go. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Now Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's now 3rd down.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
23-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now a run with Geis. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Yates. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Von Miller, his 2nd sack of the night.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and abundant. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you.
One.
From the gun, Mariota. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This is brought in at the 21. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Protein spill. Now.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Bang, 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 bang.
49, check 49, check 49.
To throw on 2nd down, Yates. He completes it to Evans. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
First down.
Go. 60 or.
Watch the slap, watch the slap.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Switch gears, switch gears. Shoot.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, Yates slings this deep from McLaurin. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. from the gun. Yates, and that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Running from the gun, Johnson. Powerful. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's got some space here. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big run by the big man Fournette. 48 yards on the ground. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Mike 50. Mike 50. And bring it. Mike 50. Mike 50. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Say. 3. Check. 3. Check. 1. Shit. Check. 1. Check. 3.
Mariota now. And that'll be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mariota to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. He may try and run for this. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Mike 50, huh? Mike 50. Let's go, baby. New turnover. Get that ball. Mike 50.
Throw it. Mariota. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Throwing on first down. Yates. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Throwing again. Yates. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Looking to throw. Yates, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Come on, QB, come on. Kill.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Got his man. It's Williams. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Box shot. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Dancing to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
One.
You ready? You ready? Mike's 50. Mike's 50. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
One.
50. Mike 50.
Mariota on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Check. 4 down. Hey. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
They gonna need
Three.
Hey, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Zoom, fellas. Let's go.
Check right. Mike 50. Mike 50. Record.
Mariota. And he will find his man on the outside. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Mariota. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Switch.
Check 50. Check 50.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
That's a what? Check 37.
Back to throw. And this is caught by Evans. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Hey, let go.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. I got you. I got you. Shift.
Get it.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. Hatchet. Check.
Look at me. Go. Shoot.
On 4th down, Yates. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. D Ford. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Mike. They can't hang with us.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line. Tonight,
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Carolina, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.